Hey, everybody, what's up? Tony Rodrigues here. It's been a little while since I've been on here with a fresh episode of Tony Talks. Today, we have a fresh episode 149 of Tony Talks and Get Up and Grow, where I have conversations with inspirational leaders, influencers, and change makers, people that aren't just doing well in life, that are doing good in the world by giving back and contributing of their time, of their resources, of their heart, and their energy. And today, I'm proud to welcome a dear friend of mine, someone who I've partnered up with and been working very closely with over the last couple of months, someone that I've met on this new little app called Clubhouse. We met back in January, became friends. And then when he came out to visit me, he shared a little bit more about himself and what he does. And we're going to get into a little bit more of that. But with that, I'm going to introduce you to, this person is a special human being. He is a humanitarian. He is an entrepreneur, successful businessman, a visionary, and just someone with a huge heart of gold and heart of contribution. He is the chairman and the co-founder of a publicly traded company called Nourish Me. It is the one and only David Perez. Let's bring David on. How you doing, David? Welcome to Tony Talks, Get Up and Grow. And how you doing?
I'm very good. Thank you, Tony, for having me on. Appreciate it.
Listen, it's my pleasure. It's always good to have great conversations with great people. Of course, I don't bring anyone but great people onto the show. We are streaming live right now on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you. We've got a few people watching us already. By all means, feel free to comment. And we'll answer any questions you have. You may have to click OK or go to the StreamYard app and click OK so that we can see your comments. I will try to monitor on Facebook directly as well so we can answer any questions that you may have. Today, I do want to showcase and introduce everyone to David Perez. Like I said, we met on this little app called Clubhouse, right? It seems like, so long ago, but it's only been a little over 6 months, right?
Yep.
What a ride.
January 12th, we met.
What a ride it's been, right? So we got together. You came out to visit me and a few other people in New York. And when you came out to visit, you let me try the product that you've got called Curcumin, because I was dealing with some chronic inflammation. And I tried that, and it was a game changer for me. So before getting into all of that, tell us a little bit about who you are and how you came to this product, Curcumin, which, by the way, Curcumin is the flagship product of Nourish Me. And the company Nourish Me is on a mission to radically reduce inflammation, give people their lives back. And I'm happy to be part of the team, part of that journey. So thank you, David, for that opportunity. Tell us, a little bit about, who you are, because you're so much more than just a businessman. I know that you've been involved in every natural disaster for the last 2 decades, everything from Hurricane Sandy to Katrina to Irma to the earthquake in Haiti that devastated so many people. And you've been there contributing of your time and your resources and pooling your friends and resources together to help so many people. And now you're helping people, you're continuing to help people. And you did that by finding something that you needed to help you. So tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got to that.
Sure. Anyhow, Tony, thank you for having me on. My story is simple. I was in a car accident 5 years ago, and I was in pain. The doctors said I needed to have a spinal fusion surgery, and I was on. I had 5 epidurals. I was at a pain level 5, excruciating pain, and I was on Percocets for a few weeks with no help. I was just about every homeopathic solution you can imagine. I tried every pain relief, natural, medicinal. I even tried, spiritual healing. I tried everything, and I couldn't get rid of my pain. So I suffered for 10 months. And then I met somebody in South Africa who took me to Miami, who took me to Amsterdam. And there I met Dr. Michael Hager, whose formulation, changed my life and changed the lives of many people. Thousands of people today have found reduction in inflammation and pain relief through a product we call Curcumin. It's derived of a turmeric extract, curcumin. It's really a game-changing technology. It's nano-sized. It has better absorption, higher bioavailability, and it works very fast. It's fast-acting, and it's all natural. So, the product for many people, Clubhouse, as we all met on Clubhouse, we have a whole team of people, ambassadors, affiliates, executive management team, directors. It's worked wonders for a lot of people, not only in Clubhouse, but people all over the world. We have shipped this now to over 55 countries. We have almost 10,000 satisfied customers. So we've shipped over 40,000 bottles, which is great. That means that the average customer is buying like 3 or 4 bottles, which, if you're healthy, it's a 2 or 3 month supply. But this stuff really works. And Tony, you're a living example. And there's so many people on our Instagram. We were featured on the Ben Greenfield podcast, thanks to one of our investors, Tracy Dews, who connected us with Ben Greenfield. And I shared my story for an hour and a half on his podcast. And in 12 days, we sold more than we did in 4 years because the story resonates. And the reviews are coming in every day. We're getting many reviews. They're all positive, and the product is just great. And I just wanted to share this with the world. The company was founded by a bunch of PhDs, a medical doctor, Dr. Stephen Phillips, who's a phenomenal scientist, and my partner, Dr. Michael Hager. We've been able to attract some amazing talent. Dr. Yvonne Kegel's an ambassador. Dominique Murphy's an ambassador. We have Kunal Sood. We have so many amazing people, right. Business leaders like Jason Cisneros, amazing people that have come on board and really want to help get the message out to help reduce inflammation. And our goal at Nourish Me is to touch 1 billion lives. That's what we're doing right now, is we're propagating this. It's a domino effect. People like you out there getting on podcasts and telling our story every day. Every single day, there's 20, 30 people telling the story. And then we recruit 1 or 2, and then there's another 50, 60. So our goal is to get like 1 million people taking this in the next 3 to 5 years. And they tell 10 people, and they tell 10 people, and before you know it, we'll hit 1 billion people.
Yeah, listen, this resonates with me because I've been on a mission for several years. For anyone who's watched this show, of not just lifting people's spirits and everything else, but also just helping them however we can, and trying to ease, or not just trying, but easing suffering throughout the world. And this is just another opportunity to ease suffering in a different way, in a physical way. And as I was saying at the beginning of the show, is that, when I first took it, I've been dealing with chronic pain. Of course, people don't know, it's not something I advertise, but for the last 30 plus years, after a massive car accident that I've had, I've been dealing with chronic pain. And of course, since the accident, I've had other injuries and everything else. So I deal with chronic pain, and my difficulty and my pain level has always been pretty high, in particular at night. So my challenge was to the ability to sleep through the night without waking up with interrupted sleep, which is what would happen. I'd wake up 5, 6, 7 times a night in pain, unless I took Motrin, unless I took something else, some over the counter or under the counter or whatever medication, just to ensure that I slept 2 nights a week, more than 5 or 6 hours straight. And I took this product that you gave me, and the first night I woke up at 4 a.m. and I said, well, that's weird. Why am I waking up at 4 a.m? I couldn't go back to sleep. The second night, the same thing happened. It was weird. Now, only on the third night I woke up and it was raining outside, and I just felt my shoulders tight. And I'm like, oh man, I'm going to move and I'm just going to feel that stabbing pain. And I moved and the pain wasn't there. And I'm like, holy cow. I called you a couple hours later because you're in California. So I had to give you a couple hours. I said, wow, this is amazing. I slept through the night, and for the last 2 days, I've been getting up, not even realizing it, that something was missing. What was missing is I actually slept 4 hours straight, which is probably more than I've slept straight in years. So it's certainly changed my life. I've become that raving fan customer that I'm literally telling everybody that I can about it. Anyone that I hear is in pain or having trouble sleeping. So, it's been something that I've gotten behind, and I stand behind because it's been changing my life and so many people that we've given it to. So tell us a little bit more about what the process is. I know that obviously curcumin is not something new. Turmeric is not something new. It's been around for thousands of years. People use it as a spice in Eastern medicine. They use it as a medicine as well. And, obviously that's still being used. Many people actually take turmeric, a turmeric supplement, not realizing that the reason people take turmeric is for the curcumin, right? The curcuminoids that's in it.
Yeah, according to Google, the most researched term on Google for dietary supplements or food spice is turmeric. Curcumin is at the bottom of the list. If you, a lot of people know cumin, but curcumin and cumin are very different. Curcumin, if you ask, 100 MDs, they maybe 5% will know what curcumin is. I just Googled on Wikipedia curcumin about an hour ago, and I just sent you the link, Tony. If you see what it says on Wikipedia, it basically says that it has no value whatsoever, according to Wikipedia, that there's nothing is proven about curcumin. Now, if you go to PubMeds, which is the National Institute of Health database, you will find almost 17,000 research papers, over 450 human clinical trials. And it's been tested. It's the most researched molecule in the history of mankind. And don't take our word for it. Go to our website, look at the reviews, look at what it does. And then you can go to Amazon, look at our reviews, but also look at the competitors' reviews. Just about anybody who sells curcumin, there's a benefit for curcumin. It's not just us, it's any curcumin.
So, now, and again, there are a lot of curcumin products out on the market. What makes our product, curcumin, different?
All right, so curcumin, our product, is the only product in the world that is water soluble, meaning curcumin is a fat soluble molecule. All the big pharmaceutical companies and all the big dietary supplement companies, they haven't figured out how to take this molecule and get it in the blood fast and let it stay there longer so it has a physiological effect, so it can help reduce inflammation. We have used, not I, but my partner, Dr. Michael Hager, and his team of researchers. He has over 20 PhDs in Europe and Asia at the University of Amsterdam, at Jiang University. Phenomenal researchers, dedicated his life to sterile inflammation research and cancer research. He is an expert in photomedicine. He's written up in Nature magazine over 150 peer-reviewed published papers and a ton of studies. He's just an expert. He has been able to take not only the curcumin, but the vitamin B12, D3, iodine, potassium, and make it all water soluble. So what we can do with 15 milligrams, 12 drops of curcumin, in 12 drops, if you take 4 drops 3 times a day, every 8 hours, what we do with 15 milligrams, the literature, the science for hundreds of years now, they say you need 500 to 5,000 milligrams. It all depends on the study and the biochemistry of the body and your diet. So we have a breakthrough technology. It's in the area of nanomedicine. It's also precision medicine. The way we deliver our products is based on your weight. It's based on your weight. So you can give it to a child, you can give it to an adult. So a 300-pound guy is going to take a lot more than a 30-pound child. So that's what we do, precision medicine. It's all, the amount of drops, it's all calculated. It's offered in 2 forms. You can get it in a plastic bottle, dropper bottle, you just squeeze it, or a glass Myron bottle, a Euro dropper. So we offer 2 forms, and I will show you the product here in a few minutes before we leave. But the beautiful thing about our formulation is you don't need any pepperine. You could take it just with plain water, which is the only way we recommend. When you first wake up, 30 minutes before or after a meal, you want to take it on an empty stomach. It's ideal. Curcumin is also an excellent chelator. It helps you remove all the heavy metals, all the toxins, the alpha toxins, neurotoxins from your body. And if you take it daily, you're chelating yourself every day. So that's the other thing.
So let me ask you a question. You were talking about the water soluble, and the other one isn't as water soluble. So can you explain a little bit more what that actually means? Because obviously it's much more bioavailable because it is taken in that water form to where it's absorbed right away, right? As opposed to what happens when you take the powders or the pills. There's
probably over 50,000 turmeric products, capsules, tablets on the market. There's probably, I would say 10,000 capsules, and there's only a few, maybe less than 50 liquids that I know of. There's some liposomal. There's one other micelle formulation, and we are a micelle formulation, but we're water soluble. The other micelle formulation comes from Europe. It's very expensive. It's
fat soluble, correct? Well, that's really what I'm trying to get at. One is fat soluble, one water soluble. One just takes longer to get through your system. Is that right?
Well, it's the delivery system. A fat soluble molecule, it's hard to penetrate the cell wall, the membrane of a cell. So your body is going to work harder and you're going to get less absorption. So you got to take a lot more product in order to get the same effect. So that's why those products, they make you take 500 to 1,000 milligrams, where ours would take 15 milligrams.
And that's what I was trying to get to. The other thing that you mentioned, then just to break it into plain English, you were talking about pepperine, that you've got to take pepperine with the tablets. You got to take pepperine with the fat soluble. Can you just explain what the pepperine is?
It enhances the absorption. So it allows the curcumin to absorb faster and better in your blood.
Right.
We don't require that.
But what is pepperine? Just explain to people.
It's black pepper. It's black pepper. It's like an accelerator to help. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to give medical advice. I'm just a guy, a business guy that had a bad back. I took 10 drops and all my pain went away in an hour. And all I wanted to do is get on top of the tallest mountain in the world and just scream and share this with the world. Because when I bought 5 bottles after it helped me, I gave it to my family and friends. And everybody said, this is a miracle. So let's get it out to the world. Just like you, we have now thousands of satisfied customers. We've had no material adverse effects. We've tested this in preclinical and clinical. And this thing really, really works. And if you go to Instagram and look at Alexis Nicole's story on nourish.me, and there's no O in nourish, so it's NURISH.me. She calls it a thing. And that's what I call it. Like, this thing is like incredible. So we have a great policy. If it doesn't work for you, we'll take it back. And we'll give you 90 days to try it, subscribe and save if you want to. Great reviews on Amazon. We have amazing reviews. But you got to try it. If you're inflamed, and we're all inflamed, because it starts with your diet, what you eat. You are what you eat. Food is medicine. Medicine is food. And also your diet is more than just what you put in your body, what you drink. It's also how you breathe, where you live. And it's also what you put on your skin, your creams, your perfumes. A lot of toxins in the world, a lot of dietary supplements, a lot of foods have glyphosate, have lots of toxins in them. So you just have to be aware of what you're buying and how you're taking it. And that's where we come in. As far as our products are the cleanest dietary supplements you could find. Our certificate of analysis is online on every single page at the bottom right. You can find our COA. We test for pesticides, heavy metals. We test for microbes. We test before we make it, and then we test after we make it. We send it out to 4 independent labs, and the 5th laboratory that tests everything is Informed Choice for Sports. We are the only liquid turmeric extract in the world that's approved by Informed Choice for Sports for professional athletes, and it's also tested for over 209 banned substances. So we have a bunch of Olympic sprinters and Olympic athletes that have been taking the product. We have a lot of Ironmen that have taken the product. Some Ironmen have taken an hour off their time on our product.
Yeah, amazing.
So really reduces inflammation. Yeah, I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro at 56 years old, and I did it in 3.5 days. So it's a testament to know that the product works with peak condition athletes. They can see the difference.
I've actually committed to climbing Mount Kilimanjaro for my 50th, so I better start practicing, because that's coming up quick. That's next April, so I've got to start doing something to really prep myself for that, because I told Sean Swarmer that I'm coming with him, so we'll see how that goes. Listen, we do have a question here from Natalie Lessard. How are you, Natalie? She's asking, she just started taking a tablespoon of ground turmeric a day. Maybe it's not as efficient, or is it good as well? Then she said, I guess I'll add pepper to it as well. Haha. Well, Natalie, so taking any turmeric is better than taking no turmeric, right? The reality, though, is that the powder, because of the way you ingest it, it goes through your stomach, your large intestine, only to get absorbed in your small intestine. And during that process, it gets broken down. And to keep in mind that there's only 3 to 4% of curcuminoids in turmeric. So if you're taking turmeric itself, there's only a certain 3 to 4% of that that you're taking is actually curcumin. So if you're going to take anything, I would definitely take the curcumin. And obviously we suggest you take the curcumin or the curcumin from Nourish Me, which again, 15 milligrams or 12 drops is the equivalent of you're taking 1,500 to 5,000 milligrams of whatever powder that is that you're taking. So we would absolutely recommend that. I'll actually add actually, it's right on David's, next to David's name. That's the website, nourish.me. If you go to nourish.me, you can do that. And we do have a promo code for you today, Natalie. You can try, well, not try, you can use code TR25. That's like my initials, TR25, and you'll get 25% off anything on that, on the website. So check it out. You won't be disappointed. The best deal that you got there, by the way, I'm going to spoil this for everyone, so to speak, is to get that 3-pack, because you buy 2, you get 1 free, and then with the 25% off, it really goes down to somewhere around $1 a day on average for most people, unless of course you're sick and really going through some challenges. Then it may be a little bit more. You'll have to take a few more drops than what it's recommended. You can, and I know that obviously we recommend that you follow the instructions on the package. Speak to your doctor if you're taking some kind of serious medications, or if you've got some serious health challenges. Make sure you speak to your doctor first. Of course, we're not doctors. We're just giving you some advice and talking about a nutritional supplement. So thank you.
Tony, Natalie, not all turmeric is equal. So be aware that if you cannot find a certificate of analysis from the company, even though it's food grade, you should look at the COAs, because majority of turmeric that comes out of Asia, especially India, is laden with heavy metals. So so look for organic turmeric from India or anywhere in Asia. So just make sure that you buy it from a USA supplier at like Whole Foods or Costco's or some of the big stores, because they do test for that. So you always want to buy your turmeric food spices from large companies like Costco's or Whole Foods, because they do test for heavy metals. And that's the most important thing, because a lot of the turmeric and curcumin that's sold by small companies, you don't need to have a license to sell any dietary supplement in the US. Anybody can sell it. You can import anything you want from overseas, bottle it at your house, and put it in capsules. A lot of people do that by hand. They buy the capsules, they fill it up with turmeric or curcumin, they close it, and then they ship it out. They put it in these bottles, and you don't need a license. So there's no regulation. The only time the FDA or FTC steps in is when somebody gets sick or dies. That's the only time they step in. So buyer beware. You think you're taking turmeric or curcumin to help yourself. Next thing you know, you got all these side effects from the heavy metals. So just be conscious of that. And that's why COAs are very important. Always want to get a certificate of analysis with any dietary supplement you put in your body, as well as drugs. A lot of drugs, you got to read the side effects. A lot of drugs have a ton of side effects. So just make sure you review this with your doctor or healthcare professional.
Yes, of course. And so, I know that the way I take it and the way we recommend everyone take it is half hour before or half hour after meal with flat water, not carbonated, no juices, no nothing. Take it half hour before or half hour afterwards for the highest efficiency. And of course, the one thing that David does share often, I'm going to go ahead and share it with all of you, is he's got a protocol that for at least 5 days, if you can, again, mind you, check with your doctor if you're taking any medications. We recommend that you stop taking any supplements and medications that are not essential for 5 days. And also make sure that your food intake, you really need to control that to see what it is, what may be affecting you positively or negatively. So you really cut out the gluten, cut out dairy, and cut out red meat, at least for those 5 days, to see how it works for you and how effective it could be, because all of those things are very much inflammatories. There's an inflammatory response to having those things. So the cleaner you eat, the healthier you are anyway, right? But the cleaner you eat, the more effective this product is going to be for you. Of course, that doesn't mean that it doesn't work if you're having a bagel for breakfast. Just don't have the bagel, on top of the curcumin, right? And of course, we recommend for at least 5 days to really stay away from gluten for higher effectiveness. And it just may not work and have the same results, the desired results that you want with the level of consumption or with the level with dosage that you're taking. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, eat healthy, and just see how it goes. Fortunately, when I took mine, just before you show that, David, when I took mine, it was just as Lent was starting. So I'm like, all right, I can give up gluten and dairy and red meat for 40 days and 40 nights. So it was easy for me, and I had miraculous results. For the first couple of days, I still can't believe that I can. I'm walking around pain-free for the first time in God knows how long. I can't remember the last time I walked around pain-free. So it certainly worked for me. Again, we're not doctors. We're not here to say that it's curing anything. We are saying that this radically reduces your inflammation and takes pain away, giving your life back. Because, again, inflammation is the root cause of so many diseases and so many problems and ailments that we all have, not just in this country, but around the world. So, David, you were flashing us the 3-pack.
Yeah. So I was showing you what the 3-pack looks like. This is the box right here. And you can see this is our original formulation. You can get 6 months supply. It's $110 with 25% off. It gives you less than $1 a bottle per day. And it's, I'm sorry, less than $1 per day. So it comes out very economically. And here's the precision medicine here. The serving size chart, it's based on your weight. And then it tells you how many drops, and it tells you how many days supplies. So each bottle will give you about a 63-day supply here. If you're the average weight between 100 and 150 and 199, if you're 100 to 150, you're about a 83-day supply. And based on, it tells you how many times a day to take it, how many curcuminoids you'll get per day. And you can see the range. If you're healthy, you could just take the regular range, like 4 to 8 drops. If you're not healthy, you want to take 8 drops or more. You could actually double the dosage if you like. And each of these bottles, they come with a beautiful little top here. And you can see the QR code. You could scan the QR code. That'll pull up the certificate of analysis. And you can see every product is approved by Informed Choice for Sports. It's all, certified. And you can see how to take it with plain water 3 times a day. It's all made in an FDA-approved facility, made in the USA. We make it right in Las Vegas. And we also have a glass bottle. So here's the glass bottle with a Euro dropper. You just pour it. There's a safety seal on here. And this is how the product looks. This is our pro version with hydrolyzed rice bran, so we have 3 versions based on how what your health condition is. If you needed like a liver detox and you want some improve your immune function, liver health, you want the curcumin with the rice bran. It comes in a box and different amount of drops based on your weight, again, for each product. And then we have one also with aloe vera. This is great for women's health. This is a game changer. This is what all the professional athletes take, this version here. The aloe vera is a very powerful immunomodulator. It's a polysaccharide. There's hundreds of polyphenols, phytonutrients in there. The rice bran has a ton of phytonutrients. There's over 700 of them, including vitamins, amino acids, cofactors, minerals. It's supercharged. It also helps produce NOS. And then we have another product, which is our clinically proven flagship product. It comes in this beautiful mushroom box. You can see it here. It's packaged like this. I got to figure out how this camera on my phone.
It's all good. So it's Cognitive Nourish. So Cognitive Nourish helps improve cognitive function. We've actually have some clinical trials proving that it does improve cognitive function, especially for people that have trouble with Alzheimer's and dementia, and it does improve a lot of that. So tell us a little bit about that. It's hard to read on the screen, David. So
yeah. So there's 6 functional foods. There's aloe vera inner leaf powder, which is the highest. It's all organic aloe vera inner leaf powder. We also have in here Mexican yam powered diascorea. There's stabilized rice bran, another powerful polysaccharide that I was telling you about. And the other thing that we have in here is inositol hexophosphate, IP6. There's a tart cherry powder. There's also a tart cherry sunflower lecithin and citric acid. And the nice thing about it, it only has about 10 calories per serving. This is a superfood. I don't think you could find a more powerful formulation on the planet that can give you what you need to supply your nutritional uptake for your gut health, your brain health. And there's one other beautiful thing that's in here that we can't put into a liquid. That's why we always recommend that you take both 30 minutes apart. You could take this with food, and this you got to take on an empty stomach with plain water. And the reason is it has a calcium silicate clay. It binds all the alpha toxins, neurotoxins into your bloodstream, that from your blood and your organs, and it just chelates you. Every day you take it, you just poop out all those heavy metals. And if you have mold or any alpha toxins, it just boom. And the clinical studies have shown how it actually crosses the blood-brain barrier and the blood platelets. So it does something in the brain that in our studies show cognitive improvement. And, like we say, this doesn't cure anything. What it does, it helps relieve symptoms, and it gives you your life back. It does, clinically proven, reduce inflammation by 50%. It increases your CD14 cells, your macrophages by 286%, almost 300%. And also VEGF by 34%, BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic, by over 11%. It's really powerful product. When you take these two products together, I don't care how old you are. My daughter at 8 years old was taking both products. She's 13 now. She's one of the healthiest kids. She went through the whole, COVID crisis. My mother's 83 years old. She goes through one of these a week. She takes 4 teaspoons twice a day. I recommend taking at least 2 teaspoons 3 or 4 times a day. If you're not healthy, if you're healthy, twice a day. But she's 83 years old and she looks like she's 60. You see my head of hair, my nails, I cut them every twice a week, and my hair just grows like crazy. This is great for your skin, your hair, your nails. It's just nutrition. It's just food. That's what it is. Everything we do is food, nothing synthetic, nothing artificial, no sweeteners, nothing. Everything we do in here is natural, and it's God's gift, and this is what's going to heal you. So give us a try at nourish.me, NURISH.me, and tell them Tony sent you, Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, so I've actually put it in the comments. So if anybody's interested, I would absolutely encourage you to go to nourish.me, use promo code TR25 for 25% off. Again, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. If after 90 days, if you're taking it appropriately and you're managing your diet and you're taking it with water at least 2 to 3 times a day as recommended, we can't say guaranteed to see results yet. We're fairly confident that you'll see results. And if for whatever reason you don't and it doesn't work for you, then of course you can return it. In 90 days, you'll get your money back. So
Tony,
absolutely
the protocol again.
Yeah,
I'm going to interrupt you because this protocol's worked. I'm batting 1,000% on this protocol. It's a 5-day protocol. If you listen to the protocol and you take the products, I'm going to assure you you're going to be in better health within 5 days. But you got to listen to the protocol. No dairy, no gluten. Cut out all your other supplements completely. Check with your doctor if you're taking any drugs. If you can pause those for 3, 4, 5 days, that'd be great. But check with your doctor always. But if you can cut out everything, allow us to chelate you, get rid of all those toxins, and let us nourish your body. We're going to nourish your brain, your body, your blood, all of your systems, all of your organs are going to get nourished. If you can give us 5 days, and also if you can cut out, besides the gluten and dairy, if you can cut out the red meat, that's great. If you have to eat chicken and fish, that's fine. We don't need you to become a vegan, but we just want you to just try for 5 days to detox, because this stuff, when your body is clean, this stuff works at warp speed. It'll work. It'll just take longer, and you'll have to go through more product. You'll have to double the dosage. But if you take the recommended dosage, you'll see a huge improvement. And again, go to our website, look at the reviews at the bottom of every page. You'll be impressed. They're all 5- and 4-star reviews on Amazon. We're averaging over 4 or 5 stars as well, so between 4.5 stars, I think. But we love to have you as a customer. We want raving fans. Write to Tony and I. Share the love on Facebook and Instagram if this works for you. We want to touch 1 billion lives, and we need your help. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Listen to my podcast on bengreenfield.com. It's on Spotify, and it's on Apple Podcast as well. Thank you so much.
The best thing to do, just go to nourish.me, go under news, and you'll find the videos and everything right there, right on the website. That way you don't have to go around looking for things. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for joining. Thank you for sharing this video. If you haven't done that yet, go ahead and share the video. This is a game-changing product. I got involved with it not because I needed another something else to do, except I am that passionate person that when something works for me, I have to share it with the world. So that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing David Perez on here, sharing him with the world, sharing the product with the world. Together we're going to change the world. If you are interested in knowing more, we are going to be, you can find us on Clubhouse on a regular basis. We are actually going to have a room on Clubhouse probably in about 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to go for about an hour. We're going to field some questions in person. You can come on, ask a question, you get answer, you'll get answers. You'll hear some testimonials from people that are taking it. So join us on Clubhouse if you haven't done so yet. And remember, my friends, that life is not about how many times you fall. It's about getting up after every fall. Because if you fall down 7 times, you get up 8 or 9 or 10, however many times you've got to get up, and know that every single time you fall, you have an opportunity to get to learn. And when you get up, you have an opportunity to grow. And every single time you fall, you have an opportunity to get up and grow. And grow we shall, and grow we must. I appreciate all of you, my friends. Have a beautiful night, and I will see you again on another episode of Tony Talks. I'll see you on Clubhouse. Maybe I'll see you in person. Have a beautiful day, and take care of your health. David, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, my friend. And I look forward to everything that we're going to be doing together.
Appreciate it. Anybody needs an invite to Clubhouse, we have a group that we can send free invites out if you want to join Clubhouse.
Yeah, just send me a message. Send me or David Perez a message here on Facebook, or make a comment on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll get back to you. Thank you again so much, David. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you guys next time. Thank you, Natalie. Take care.